In the top stories, pregnant woman stabbed during burglary in Nevis. IMF projects steady economic growth for the Caribbean in 2024. And Trump to impose 25% tariffs on steel, aluminum imports and announce reciprocal tariffs. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, police are investigating a burglary in which a pregnant woman was stabbed multiple times by a masked assailant. Saskia Maynard, a resident of Hanleys Road, sustained several stab wounds to her abdomen and upper body during the attack. She was admitted to the Alexandra Hospital, where she was initially reported to be in stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. However, medical examinations later revealed that one of Maynard's abdominal wounds was more serious than first observed. As a result, Maynard, who is 7 months pregnant, will undergo emergency surgery to deliver her baby, police said at Newstime. Authorities have launched an investigation into the incident and have assured that additional details will be provided as they become available. Anyone with information is urged to contact the police. St. Kitts and Nevis has joined 78 other state parties in reaffirming support for the International Criminal Court, or ICC, following the United States announcement of potential sanctions against the tribunal's officials, employees, and their families. The joint statement issued on February 7th emphasized the ICC's role in upholding international justice and denounced any actions that could undermine its independence and impartiality. Her Excellency Dr. Mutrice Williams, the country's permanent representative to the United Nations, said, quote, St. Kitts and Nevis is pleased to endorse this joint statement and stand up for the rule of law in support of the International Criminal Court, which serves a critical role in upholding the international criminal justice system, end quote. The statement warned that sanctions against the court could increase impunity for serious crimes, threaten global security, and endanger the safety of victims, witnesses, and court officials. It also expressed regret over attempts to compromise the ICC's integrity and vowed continued backing to ensure its effective operation. The move comes amid growing international concern over external pressures on the ICC as it carries out its mandate under the Rome Statute. The Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis in Taiwan has continued its efforts to enhance virtual communication capabilities by donating state-of-the-art video conferencing equipment to government counterparts on St. Kitts. The latest recipient of the AVER A30 universal cameras were the Joseph N. France General Hospital and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs office at Port Zante. The equipment was handed over by Roland Shaw Henry, Second Secretary at the Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis in Taiwan. These advanced devices will significantly enhance the recipient's ability to facilitate virtual meetings and improve communication. In 2024, AVER and the Global International Educational Exchanges Major Alliance donated 10 cameras to the embassy, supporting the government's initiative to improve digital infrastructure on the island. The continued support from Taiwan underscores the strong collaboration between the two nations, enhancing the government's capacity for virtual meetings and fostering greater connectivity. We move now to news on the regional scene. The IMF has forecasted 2.4% economic growth for the Caribbean in 2024, following a strong recovery from the pandemic. In 2023, most Caribbean nations, excluding Guyana and Haiti, saw real GDP growth of 2.2%. The IMF identified two main economic groups: tourism-dependent nations, which have experienced slower growth, and commodity exporting countries, which have benefited from strong non-energy sectors. Inflation remains moderate, supported by lower global commodity prices and easing supply chain disruptions. IMF teams will visit several Caribbean nations for Article 4 consultations to assess economic conditions and projections. Panamanian President Jose Raul Mulino has rejected a U.S. State Department claim that Panama agreed to exempt U.S. warships from canal fees. Mulino clarified that he cannot alter canal fees, stressing that the statement was false and intolerable. The U.S. had announced that government vessels could transit the canal without fees, but the Panama Canal Authority confirmed no fee changes. Mulino emphasized that Panama's laws prevent such adjustments and instructed the ambassador in Washington to dispute the claim. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio reaffirmed respect for Panama's legal processes and raised concerns about China's growing influence in the region, suggesting it may violate the 1999 Canal Neutrality Treaty. Mulino is set to speak with U.S. President Donald Trump on Friday. Internationally, President Donald Trump has announced a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports, including those from Canada and Mexico. Speaking aboard Air Force One on his way to New Orleans, Trump also indicated plans to impose reciprocal tariffs on countries with high tariffs on U.S. goods, noting, quote, "If they are charging us 130% and we're charging them nothing, it's not going to stay that way," end quote. This move marks an earlier implementation of tariffs in his second term compared to his first. While Trump views tariffs as a negotiating tool and a way to address the national deficit, his comments have raised concerns about the potential impact on global markets, such as South Korea, in particular, has expressed worry over the tariffs' effect on steel exports. Financial markets also reacted negatively, with stock prices falling amid growing uncertainty. Trump did not provide specific details on the tariff structure, but hinted at possible delays for tariffs on small packages, often from fast fashion companies, while customs officials finalize enforcement strategies. And finally, in international news, global leaders and tech executives are meeting in Paris for a two-day AI summit focusing on the future of artificial intelligence and its role in society. The summit, co-hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, includes notable attendees like U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Chinese Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing. Macron highlighted AI's potential to improve lives, while France is set to announce 109 billion euros in investments to advance AI development in Europe. The summit also addresses global issues, including the U.S.-China rivalry and equitable access to AI. China advocates for open-source AI, while India stresses the importance of avoiding a widening digital divide. The summit is seen as a key opportunity to shape AI governance and balance power in the tech sector. And now for the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy skies. Winds are a fresh breeze of 18 miles per hour from a northeasterly direction. The temperature for today is 27 degrees Celsius or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1.2 to 2.1 meters or 4 to 7 feet. Small craft operators should exercise caution. Weather forecast for today predicts partly cloudy skies with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a 30% or lower chance of showers. Sunset for today will be at 6:11 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:39 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.